Happy day, everyone. We are so pleased to be here to provide toxic leadership stories.
Yes.
Yes. What is your story?
Mm.
I want you to think about considering letting us know as we're chatting through this what happened to you. What is your toxic leadership story that happened to you? We're going to be coming every month, not every other Monday to chat about this. And we got to talk about this thing because whatever's in the dark cannot be healed.
Okay.
All right. We're going to have to talk about this. Everybody has some toxic work environment or leaders that they've experienced that they had to walk away from or figure out how you want to manage that thing. And we're going to talk about that today. And I want to talk about that. But before we get into it, I'm going to let my beautiful co host introduce herself, her powerful introduction.
Yes. Thank you so much, Erica. Hello, everyone. I am Tara Payne. I'm a grateful and giddy innovator, a skillful and charismatic connector. I'm a beam of light, says my husband, and a breath of fresh air. And I'm loving to sing my way through this beautiful life. I am pleased to be the co founder and CEO of Maven's Meet, where my co founder, Erica, and I leverage the powers of education and connection to help scaling CEOs find their right fit teammates. And I'm happy to be here today to talk about toxic leadership because we've all had our own experiences. And thank you again for having me.
Yes. We are so pleased to come and share today. I'm Erica Kesse, the son of the Thriveverse, powered by love, wisdom, and celebration. I'm a multifaceted mommy to many, creator and leader. As a therapeutic COO and co founder of Maven's Meet, where we leverage the power of education and connection, we facilitate joining right fit team members. As a CEO myself of Your Goal Concierge, where we offer a plethora of options for leaders who may be experiencing imposter syndrome or burnout, or maybe even fear of success, I also understand that it's important to have a dynamic team, a team that feels appreciated. I also know that I felt unappreciated when I had administrative roles. And so
Mm-hmm.
I understand the importance of safety and being with stakeholders that allow you to soar.
Oh, that's
You
good.
have to be aligned with leaders that see you, know you, and put you in the right spaces and places and training and education in order to be a transformational leader, not a toxic leader, because
Mm.
leaders should do no harm. So, if you are ever interested in any services that we have, we'll be tell you about that later on in our time together. But let's get into this, Tara. Let's talk about toxic leadership stories.
Let's
Tara,
talk
you got
about it.
do you have a story or
Child,
some
do I have a
stories?
story? Do I have a story? I got more than one, but there's one that sticks to the top of my head. So I was working whenever, ooh, I don't even remember how long ago it was. It's been a while because I didn't have a child yet, and she's 9. So I was working at this pediatric therapy company for this couple, and they had this company, and I came in as the like liaison between the patients and the doctors, and I would send paperwork and just let them know, keep them updated on what's happening with their patient. And I did so well that they said, Tara, you have done an amazing job. We would like to offer you a promotion. And so they promoted me to office manager in 4 months. I was there for 4 months and they promoted me to office manager. Now, there were other people who had been there longer than me. Um, Looking back, I'm like, I wonder why they didn't promote somebody else, right? Because these people had already been there. Now, it was definitely, I was working, I was doing a wonderful job. So not that I didn't deserve it, but once I got into it, my God, it was it was quite a bit. So the husband and the wife, they're very interesting couple. The husband, mm, One day I passed by his office. I needed help with something, and I passed by his office, and I saw him. Now, what he wants to do with his time, that's his thing. But he was watching adult films in the office. In the office when I came.
Tara.
Yes, ma'am. In the office during the day. And then it was like when I came in and I was just like, so I have a question. Are you available right now? It was a whole hot mess, if I could be honest with you. And so I would ask for help on different things. And there really was nobody to help me because the wife was like out doing different things. Like she was going to different offices and they would travel and take trips as a family. And I had never been an office manager before, right? I did payroll and made so many errors. Oh my gosh. And so I ended up getting fired from that job. And when I tell y'all, that was a blessing from the Lord because it was a hot mess. Like there was one time one of our interpreters had the woman owner had beef with her, and I don't know what it was, but she was like, okay, we're going to have a meeting today with her, and I need you to come in. And she was coming in to reprimand her, and she was talking to her left, right, up, and down. And then she said, and Tara has something to say. And I said, no, I don't. Because I don't sow bad seeds. And she hadn't, I mean, if she needed to be corrected, that's one thing, but you're not going to get me in here and try to beat this woman up. I don't do that. So it was just all around crazy, right? And I ended up, this is not a good thing, but I ended up while I was there, I got pregnant and miscarried because of the stress. It was horrible. It was horrible. I would be there first and be there last. One time it was a snowstorm. Y'all hear me? I said a snowstorm. And when I tell you the owners were nowhere to be found, and I was helping the employees shovel their snow, and I was like, y'all need to go home. And then my husband came to get me. They weren't, it was a mess. So when I got let go, I was mad because I needed that job. So in my head, y'all, I was going to go by the bookshelves and knock everything down. And I had such a peace. And God said, go get your stuff and go home. And when I got home after a few days, I was like, what in the world? And then he said, didn't you tell me you needed a break? And I said, I sure did. And he was like, okay, well, rest up. But I'm so glad he got me out of there because it was a mess, Erica. It was too much going on. Too much. And it was fraud, insurance fraud. Like, I'm so grateful that I got this. It sounds crazy, don't it? It was toxic. And then whenever she brought me in the office to let me go, then she commenced to doing what she did to that other lady. It wasn't about my performance. She was like, well, I didn't know that you were stupid and that you couldn't count. And I said, oh, okay, I see. But again, you don't sow seeds like that because you reap what you sow. And that's what made me so angry because I was like, oh, she's trying to attack my character. Time after time after time, I've asked you all for assistance and you weren't here. You were either in Hawaii or, so that's my story. The one that's at the top of my head.
Whoa. I wasn't ready.
I know it was a mess, wasn't it?
Okay, so the first things, let's unpack that, okay?
This is why we're so committed to making sure that support mavens are safe. It's too much going on out here. People be talking sideways. And you don't know what people are going through.
Let's unpack this story. I didn't know. I say, Tara,
I have never told you that. No.
You didn't know.
Mm-mm.
Woo! I'm over here because I'm over here feeling all types of crazy because you're telling me story that I have so many stories that fall in line with what you experienced.
Really?
Hey, anybody out there who got a toxic story? We would love to hear it. We would love to have you come and spend time with us and share your story. We'd love for you to share it and then we can unpack it. Like we're about to unpack Tara's story. And we're going to have some points to make in order for you to not have this to happen to you and how you're going to set boundaries and have protocols around yourself that you don't fall prey to the crazy. Actually, we shouldn't call it crazy, the insane, because they're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. They probably kept on hiring people and taking them down through there because they could easily do that.
Yeah.
Through a cycle of abuse with a new person.
With a new person.
Who don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, you said you had a job,
Yeah.
brand new job, and you didn't know how to do it.
Didn't.
Didn't know how to be an office manager, and
Okay.
nobody trained you. If you are in an organization and they gave you a promotion, a job, you need a whole training. You need about a week and a half where you are not doing nothing. You're going to get trained
Yes.
on this thing.
And that's it.
Don't walk into a promotion and you not get trained on it, because guess what? And then don't think that a promotion is them just adding some more stuff onto what you already doing, because whoever, what the job you had, it should be somebody else's, and you got a new job.
That's
They be
right.
trying to play you on that too.
And stack it up.
Then
But
when you leave, they got to hire 3-4 folks because you just worked. You was working 3 jobs and getting paid for one.
okay. That's
Who out there? Who has that happened to before? They try to tell you, oh, you're getting a promotion, make you feel like you, to give you a carrot in front of you, make you feel like you're doing something. You can go tell somebody, oh, now I'm this. But you still doing the previous job. That ain't a promotion. That's an addition. Okay. So listen. Then not to even know what you do. I was in an organization. Here's a quick story right here. I was in an organization. They brought me in, and I asked, what's the job descriptions for anybody?
Okay.
They wanted them to be owners. They was giving them stocks and calling them owners. And I said, have you done a job description for them? You want them to operate a certain way, and you're not even telling them how to do it. She gonna fire you. That was her fault for not giving you a job description on what you need to be doing. But then she gonna say you can't count?
Girl. They did me a favor. But you know what? That was an opportunity for them to like you prey on somebody. But what I did is I had the office manager title. That was mine. So after that, I can say I was an office manager, right? So thank you.
This is what I want to say to everybody out there who is doing positions. Don't take their titles. If you know who you are, you can say whatever title you want to say. Okay? You're a administrative professional. You are, sounds like you was the whole captain of that whole organization.
I told you I went in first and left last.
You was the chief operating officer there. That's what you was doing, because the CEO in the office jacking off.
Okay, literally. So, and then speaking in English and in Spanish. Okay, I was doing English and Spanish.
You bilingual. What the? Yeah. What we talk about here? You see what I'm saying? We think, oh, I need somebody to give me a title. If you know who you are, you can give yourself a title. Listen, you on LinkedIn right now. If you decide you want to put, I am whatever, why not? Why not? Put the title up there. Okay. Anyway, you got to have a job description. You're in a toxic work environment if you don't have your job description.
Yes, because that means I can keep adding things on. Oh, we just all teamwork and we all just chip in together. Okay, well, while we chipping in, let me see what my part of the chip is. Write it down. I might not even like them kind of chips. Now write that down.
And then be leery of them job descriptions that says, and other tasks.
Oh. As needed.
Be leery. Job description. You need to have a job description, and you need to operate from that. Don't go in there trying to do above and beyond for organizations that is not your business.
Black women, we're talking to you. Women, we're talking to you. Hello, please.
Yes. Because we're nurturers.
We want to make sure
Try to get it all together, honey. Got that mom energy, right? Where you are specifically looking for all the issues and fixing it, but ain't nobody pays you for that.
Okay. Stop it.
That's not your business.
Okay.
It's their business. And they hired you to do a job, and you do that, and that's it. Okay. So be trained, have a job description. Then you said you had a miscarriage due to stress.
I did.
Come on now, what?
Now let me tell you that there were other things going on in my life. Like my husband was experiencing mental health challenges, and so he wasn't working. And so I was like, I need this job. You don't need no job more than you need peace. And that's what I
You don't
learned.
need no job more than you need your health.
You don't. And that's what I learned.
You know how many people running themselves to the ground for a job? Is that the legacy you want to leave? When you get 70 years old and you can't walk and you looking crazy because you can't even move around because you don't work yourself down to the ground, you think you retired and can't even do nothing? Okay. Nothing is more valuable than your health. I had a client that she was having heart palpitations and headaches because of work. I told her, you're supposed to, in a pie chart, you're supposed to give half of that chart to you because you are the one that takes care of all these other things. I said, you give them 20 or 30% of your energy. She worked on doing that. She went from having to train everybody else and being in trouble and having issues all the time to getting a reward. Ain't that crazy? Yeah.
Very.
I said, that's it. I said to her, isn't that interesting? I hope you continue to only give them 30%, 20% of your energy.
Yeah, because you need you to do anything that you do.
But a lot of people are too busy serving from helping people instead of helping themselves. Everything you do should be an overflow on things, and then you can give energy there. But if you haven't given any energy to yourself, then you're going to run yourself down. That's why burnout happens.
That's right.
That's how it happens. And that's why people having panic attacks, losing children. Yes. What's the statistic on losing children, Tara?
1 in 4 women experience a miscarriage. That's all women globally, but for Black women, 43% of Black women will experience a miscarriage.
So who out there had that kind of situation? Nobody even knew it worked, did they?
No.
Because you went in there and I gotta be strong.
I talked to the owner. I talked to the owner and I told her, now I did tell her what was happening, and she had experienced one, and she was like, you need to go home. And I was like, no, I'm okay. Because what was happening at home, I was like, I just don't need to be, because I had an office by myself and I was able to be in there by myself. But I was in that office crying. I should have went home. So that, yes, you got to fill yourself up first.
But if you have, everywhere you go, you had issues at home and you have issues at work, everywhere you go, come on, I mean, you need somewhere that you can sit down.
Yeah.
Somewhere you can take your armor off.
That's good.
We're supposed to be operating in positions that are our purpose. If you're operating in one where you're just trying to make some money, well, it's going to drain from you, and maybe you need to spend a lot of time outside of that, filling yourself up. But we get hooked into a rat race of trying to make some money and saying, I need this job. But employers are capitalizing on you in that job.
And really, they need you.
They're capitalizing on that. And so they do toxic things. You
So
said they had
if somebody,
insurance fraud.
girl, it was a lot going on. I'm telling you, and I didn't give you. I should have gave you a disclaimer at the beginning. Yeah, they had people billing stuff, and I was like, "What did you do this unit for that? Like what?"
And then let me just say this part right here. For her to say that you're stupid and can't count, she was all the way out of line.
Yes, she was.
So I put up on LinkedIn a post about a post about toxic leadership. And I put an article in there called 20 Tactics That Narcissists, Sociopaths, and Psychopaths Use to Silence You.
Mm.
And name calling is one of them.
Wow.
And I had an experience like that as well.
Really?
And I'm going to share that story in one of our other episodes. We are almost to our time. So let me just share you all really the one that I put up was about my first leader. The first leader in all of our first leader is our mother, because she carries you. So she must lead herself in a way that you're going to be able to do well and be well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going back, you have to be leading yourself well if you're a mother. Anyway, I was an extension of her. She told me directly that I was her slave. And so I was her confidant, and I was also the one that managed her household. She would throw tantrums. She would yell and scream. And my goal was to keep her good. Keep her
How
happy.
old were you at this time, Erica? How old were you?
Oh, I started that at 7. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she was my best friend. She was my hero. Isn't that what your parents supposed to be? Well, that's what I thought. I'm talking about, but also my other mother, because I had 2 mothers, praised her and worshiped her and thought so highly of her and trained us. I have 2 a brother and sister, trained us to reverence her. So we reverenced her. This was her household, and the dominion was everything is about her comfortability. We are extensions of her. And you serve her. Everyone. And sometimes she just was upset. And we would have to figure out how to make her feel better and soothe her. Everything that I accomplished was hers. It was not mine. All of my money, she got us started working at 12 years old. Summer programs. The whole summertime, we worked. And the money went directly to her. 3 kids. We didn't know no better.
Right.
I didn't know any better until I had a coworker ask me why I couldn't go out to hang with her. I said, "Oh, I give my money to my mother." Just matter of fact. Because how do I know? How do we know that the leadership that we're experiencing as children is toxic? You don't know till you hit up against other people. And she's like, I mean, if you're paying your mother's house note and her 2 car notes, why are you not doing it for yourself? Let me tell you, light bulb went off. Seriously. Like, you see them cartoons of the light bulb? It was truly a light bulb. Like, it never crossed my mind because I was conditioned to believe that that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to serve her, which then fast forward, that's the pattern. This is what I want you all to know. The reason why I want to talk about the first leader is the pattern of relationship. You will hold on to that unless you're very cognizant about not allowing that pattern and that personality to show up. It was like a carrot in front of me. I could never please her. I could never do enough. I could never be enough. I had to, she did no affection. would wipe my kisses off her face, would not let me hug her, was
Mm.
absolutely distant. And I just wanted to serve her. I wanted to please her. And whenever I get any glimmer of anything that she was proud of, which was something that I had accomplished and that belonged to her, I would get a little high, like, oh. So then I
Mm.
recognized that I became addicted to her approval and helping people, which then caused me, right now, I'm a therapist, I'm a coach, COO, all the things that I had been serving, but I transmuted it into something that serves me now. But I have met in all of my additional relationships, toxic leaders that I've met.
Mhm.
It was a reoccurring theme
Mm.
of that moving forward. So you have to be very cognizant of who you are
Yeah.
and what your proclivities are and your conditioning. And you're going to have to stop the pattern of toxic leadership circumstances showing up in your life. And it may stem from your relationship with your mother.
So if somebody finds themselves right now and they know their work environment is toxic, how do they begin? Because it's a process, right? How do they begin to make their way out of that and to stop that cycle?
Well, so that I think that's so amazing that you would bring that up, because that's definitely something we want to share. Is I have something that you can send a message to me, and put in a comment. It's a corporate escape plan. It's a preliminary corporate escape plan, and
Mm.
it walks you through a reflection and setting up everything, including your budget,
Mm.
in order to then get yourself out of that situation, and then also how to be in that situation. There's this thing called Gray Rock,
Mhm.
where it's a type of energy that you give, where it's one word. This is what I do. I'm not going to give you lots of energy. I'm simply here. And there's another thing called quiet quitting.
Mhm. I've heard that
Yes.
where people are
So you
building their
got to do
presence.
what you have to do for your well-being in these circumstances. So you may be experiencing a toxic leader right now. The goal is to work on limiting how much effort that you're putting into an organization that does not support you.
And I think the first thing is to get support. Like you might need a therapist or somebody to help walk you
You
through
need a
this.
therapist, you need a coach, you need a social support system,
Mhm.
maybe a Thrive strategist. Speaking of
Mhm.
that, let me talk to you all about a Thrive strategist. If you're someone that is interested in that, this is on demand. I put the link right there. It's www.yourgoalconcierge.com. I train Thrive strategists from both my training as a therapist and as a positive intelligence coach, to give people on demand, so
Support.
that you can have somebody. Like if something happened at work, for example, when Tara then that comment about you being stupid and can't count, you could have reached out to your Thrive strategist and have them
Mm.
de-escalate you and bring you back to your thriving. That's what a Thrive strategist would do for you. It is a mentor for you. So if you're interested in that, go on there and apply to have a Thrive strategist. And also, Tara, tell us about Maven's Meet and how that could support someone as well.
So definitely, at Mavens Meet, we connect CEOs and support Mavens to their right fit teammates. And the way that we do the connecting very much considers, the things and the places and the different things that cause you to thrive, right? We don't want to just connect to people who, oh, let's say there's a CEO who needs someone who does sales. Well, we definitely want there to be thriving and purpose in that connection. So we do different assessments on the front end, and we make sure that there's a thrive plan so that we can know, the support maven can know, oh, if they're out of thriving, this is the types of behaviors that they will have. And when they are thriving, this is what I can expect. And so we are very mindful about how we match people. This is because we both had these experiences, right? We want to make sure that whenever we connect you for impact, that we will not put you in jeopardy. We'll make sure that you are safe. That's important to both of us. And it's important for us that you actually give your input as to what you want, right? What kind of environment do you want? Do you want to work hybrid? Do you want to work in person? So we take all of those things into consideration to make sure that we are putting partnering people to be in purpose.
Absolutely amazing. You all out there, going back, we're so happy that you're here, that you decided to tune in to Toxic Leadership Stories and even watch the replay. What is your story? You've heard two today. What is your story? We'd love to hear your stories. If you're interested in being on the show, please let us know. We would love to have you come in, share your story, and we can unpack it
Mm-hmm.
and talk through it and set up some things for you. If you're interested in the corporate escape, please let me know. Just put a comment. And then again, if you want to thrive strategist, you can go to the link here, www.yourgoalconcierge.com/thrive plan. And if you are a CEO or a support maven and you want a safe work environment and
Mm-hmm.
you're a right fit team member, then come on to mavensmeet.com, mavensmeet.com. This has been amazing, Tara. We will be back, you all, in 2 weeks on Monday, 11:30. We'll see you then. Bye.